Artists such as Britell can simply use a plugin for DAWs like Ableton, Pro Tools, or Logic that will give this same effect, and they can digitally control parameters such as the severity and frequency of the wow and flutter. But because of its prominence in the second half of the 20th century, this effect typically gives a very retro vibe to the music, as it harks back to those defects of earlier playback devices. When Britell pairs that with other retro sounds like the synthesizers, we get a soundtrack that sounds like something straight out of the 70s and 80s. Notably, this was the opposite of what Lucas in many ways wanted originally for Star Wars. He wanted something that felt very familiar to his audience, and yet not modern, and so he decided to have a soundtrack for a futuristic movie that felt antique but familiar. Because of this, Star Wars doesn't actually feel as sci-fi as other movies in the genre.